Hey everybody, it's Stacy with Kzoo Keto, bringing you a new episode of Cookbook Keto. We are back, and I have a new recipe. Fall is in full swing, including colder temperatures, so we're making another soup recipe. And ironically, it is from the same website of the last soup recipe that we made, which was the low-carb chicken fajita soup. We'll link that up here if you haven't seen it. But the recipe comes from a website called CaseyTrinham.com. I will link that down below if you're interested in making it yourself. So if you are new to this series, we'll have a card linked up here where you could start at the beginning. This is a series all about me learning how to cook. Prior to this, I did some really overcooked chicken, and I made a mean box meal. That's about it. You might notice some commentary from the peanut gallery behind the camera. It's all good. That's how we do it. Hopefully it entertains you as much as it does us. One more thing, let me apologize for the background noise. I do have the dishwasher going because it's life. Everything you need to make this recipe is right here. We have bone broth, we have heavy whipping cream, we have chopped onions, we have homemade taco seasoning. You can do the store-bought stuff. We prefer to do homemade. If you want our homemade seasoning recipe, I'll link the video up here. It is at the end of the video. It's with another recipe in the beginning, so check them both out. We're also going to need onion powder, rotel, cream cheese, and ground beef. I do have more ground beef out here because we're going to do a little bit of meal prep and just make it all. First things first, we are going to brown the ground beef and put the onion in at the same time. So that is 1 pound of ground beef and half of a small onion chopped up. I'm using 2 pounds of ground beef because we decided we wanted our soup a little bit beefier. Alright, beef is browned. We drained it and we put it into a kind of like a medium-sized stock pot so we can make our soup. Once you got that going, you get your 6 ounces of softened cream cheese. Room temperature is best. I threw it in the microwave for a few minutes.
Minutes or seconds?
A few seconds.
Okay.
On high to get it softened. And we're just going to stir this around in here. Get it all nice and mixed up and even more softened so that it's liquefied. After we get that nice and mixed together, we put in the rest of our ingredients. So we have 2 10-ounce cans of rotel. I have drained these. Let's see if I can get this open without cutting myself.
Nice face.
It's kind of nasty. And if you're me, you gotta stir it after everything you put in there, even though it doesn't say to. Then we add half a cup of heavy whipping cream. Next I'm gonna put in 2.5 cups of beef broth. It's getting soupy. Nate's gonna be so happy when he finds out we're having soup.
Well, we made extra ground beef so he can have tacos too. Although it is 6:45 and he's supposed to have been here like 15 minutes ago, so I think he is gonna be fashionably late.
That's okay. We're never ready on time anyway. We're gonna do, the recipe calls for half a teaspoon of garlic powder, but I'm putting in a full teaspoon because of the extra beef that we did. Then we're also gonna do 4 tablespoons of our homemade seasoning mix for taco seasoning. If you use the store-bought packet, it'll be the whole packet. If you're only doing 1 pound of ground beef, it's about 2 tablespoons-ish, depending on what size packet you're buying, what brand, whatever. So because again we're doubling the ground beef, we're doubling the sauce. I think it's probably pretty safe to say that if you season it the same way you season your ground beef for tacos, that'll work.
She said sauce when she dumped it in, but she meant seasoning, guys. I didn't want to interrupt her when she was talking.
I don't know what comes out of my mouth.
I do.
This is up here doing something, this is doing something else.
It's usually nonsense. That's why I love her. She's full of nonsense. See what that thing looks like. Is that a mess in there?
It is a mess. So then,
it's a soupy mess.
After you get all this in here, you're going to simmer it on low for 30 minutes.
Nice.
It looks yummy already. Can't wait till it thickens up. It's done. We did add a little bit of xanthan gum to it. Ended up being about half a teaspoon just to get it a little bit thicker because it was too soupy. And it needed to be like queso. So, you want to take a look? So now it looks like a really nice thick queso-y type soup. Lots of beef. Let's eat. Let's dig in and find out if this is any good. We have some leftover clover pull-apart rolls from our
Without almond flour.
with the almond flour.
Oh, with almond flour, excuse me.
This is from our Keto Thanksgiving Sides series. First time I messed it up. These are good. I opted to put sour cream and cheese in mine to make it a little more thicker because I like it thick.
Yeah, she does. I got sour cream, hot sauce, jalapenos, and those toppers from it in these bacon spiced toppers.
Moon cheese.
I use these in soups all the time. It's actually really good. In fact, I think I might have a couple more.
You could use them on salads too.
Yep.
Nate?
I have sour cream, cheese, and jalapenos.
Oh, I forgot I have the green hot sauce too.
I might add some hot sauce though. It's a little lacking in the spice department. But otherwise, it tastes quite tasty.
Nate said that about soup.
It's true.
And I am eating this with the onions and the tomatoes.
Which is amazing.
With the addition of the hot sauce, this is perfectly spicy.
Good, I'm glad it's spicy enough for you. Something tells me I might have put in too much cheese.
Did you just say that you put in too much cheese? Because I don't think
Mark this day on the calendar.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like it's good flavor-wise, but it's kind of annoying to eat because it keeps like dropping off in strings.
Yes.
It's generally a sign you have too much cheese.
Dinner's done. We've moved on to dessert.
I think I said dinner was a dog for a second. Dinner was a dog. We ain't losing.
This is leftover pie that I made from Thanksgiving.
Like silk pie.
It is French silk pie, although it's really not silky. It's really
It
thick.
looks more like cream pie.
So I'm not eating it. I have my extra dark chocolate salted lilies, which is really good. It's my new favorite lily bar.
Well, anyway, we're gonna play Runestones. We just got this new game. Kickstarter. Stacy wanted it. We saw it at Gen Con when we were there, and it just came today. So we are excited and get to bust it out, and we'll let you know who wins. Stick with us.
Guess who won? Of course.
Of course.
Of course? What do you mean, of course?
Of course.
Why, of course?
Because you win a lot of the games that we play.
I don't know if that's true.
You do.
Probably half of them, and then I win the other half, and Stacy never wins.
Stacy never wins. I feel like we have video evidence that that is false.
I feel like it is 5% I win. And whatever half of 95 is for each of you. Percent.
So diplomatic. But they won. New game. We all seem to really like it.
I
So
did like it.
I think we'll be playing it
My
again
win
soon.
was with an asterisk, though, so you know, there's that.
Because he cheated
It's slightly
halfway through
cheated.
it.
The first,
Unintentionally.
yeah, the first game's always the
Portion.
most challenging. So because you got to figure out the rules and everything. But I don't know that we ever rated our dish, but I think everybody's a thumbs up.
yeah.
I think
Oh, yeah,
Thumbs
we
up
really
for
enjoyed
rating.
it.
For sure.
Enjoyed it. So Stacy
Whoops.
definitely will make again. Stacy figured out how much cheese is her limit, which is awesome. She's got globules hanging off of her chin. She realizes that she might have
Globules.
put too much cheese in there. But thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for subscribing. And until next time,
Stay keto.
we'll see you guys.
We still need one of those.
Yes, we do. Although I love that motion.
I don't know why this stuff always has to sound like.
Because there's a vacuum in there, and it's like pooping in space.
It's so gross.
Except there's no noise in space.
And a smidge extra. It looks yummy already. Can't wait till it thickens up.
That's what she said.
I don't think that works. I don't think that works for that one.
Maybe hardens up.
The table's cold. I don't want my bare arms
Should we get
touching
rid of the book
table.
too? You don't want your bare arms. Yogi
No,
wants,
the table's really
Yogi wants
full.
them back.
Why do you have bare arms?
I'll just need me a picture basket. Hey, boo boo.
Alright, quiet now. Quiet on the set.
Almost as amazing as that.
Must be an inside joke going on
The
here.
dog is in the toilet right now.
Oh, I see.
It irritates Stacy like beyond belief.
I mean,
You can't get drunk off of cheese.
Yes, you can.
What? Cheese is a process in itself. Wheat is like you go and you here's a stack of wheat.
How do you do it again?
one more time, please.
Yeah, I want to see that again because that was interesting.
Educational event.
How do you harvest almonds? I just need to know this now.
You shake the damn tree.
Oh, you just. What was that? Show me that. Show me that again.
What I think might be really interesting is if you can explain to us how we get all different kinds of things, and we could just we could actually title this.
We could have a whole separate.
We could have a whole
series on that.
series about how it's made.
There's wheat. Shake the tree. Cheese. That's just how you get cheese.
It has a negative connotation.
You mean like the curd hanging off your cheese? Oh, that one was too big. You couldn't handle it. Goodbye, cruel world. I'm jumping. I'm so jumping. Ah.
No.
Just eat your shoelace cheese.
I really didn't think I put that much in there.
You freaking piled it on there. It was so much cheese. It was like you couldn't even see the soup.
I was gonna say you did have a lot of cheese. Like, I like cheese.
It's a deep bowl.
You had a layer of cheese. It was not a sprinkling of cheese. It was not a dusting of cheese. You had a layer.
Yeah.
There's never a sprinkling or a dusting when cheese is involved.
I had just a
And
little
me.
sprinkling.
Yeah, you had like a teaspoon of cheese. I was like, what the hell?
Oh, there's already cheese in it.
So? Okay, we're done with dinner. No, okay. Stop saying okay.
It's not
Hey,
okay.
Stacy. Okay. No more.
She's not okay.
I've spoken.